you are expert letter writers. You've written letters to your fifth grade teachers, your fourth grade teachers, and even the upcoming fourth grade. Right now, I want you to think, what is a letter you would write to yourself? Now, you're going to take a moment and think, what was your time at PS 142 like? When you graduate the fifth grade next year, what do you want yourself to think about? What do you want to have reflected upon about your time here at the school? Take a moment and think. What are some of your favorite memories over the past few years? What are some things you're excited about middle school, high school, or the future? I'm going to show you how you can write a letter to yourself that you might get next year during graduation. All right, writers, I'm excited to see our work today. Let's go. All right, let's do our last letter writing. Letter to your future self. Now, sometimes it's fun to get a letter to your future self, because a letter you might write today could look very different from a letter you would write a year from now. Today I want to teach you this, that letter writers write letters to themselves as a way to reflect and think about the future. Take a moment to review your letter writing checklist. Have you written the date in the top right corner? Have you started with a greeting? Did you indent and leave a space before the first word of each body paragraph? And have you ended with a closing? Did you sign your name at the bottom? All right, writers, let me show you an example of how a letter to your future self could look like. June 24th, 2020. To myself. The past few years here at PS 142 have been a crazy ride. I remember being in the first and second grade making new friends who have lasted the last few years. I think about the times that we had lunch together and swapped snacks, and Miss Gutman told us not to, but we did it anyway. I remember being scared on the first day of school each year because I wasn't sure how my teachers would be or if I would like them. Something I am most proud of is the fact that no matter how hard things got, I never gave up. I never gave up on myself, and I always tried my hardest. I remember how I used to hate math because I always found it hard. Every time math came around, I rolled my eyes and huffed and puffed, but I kept trying even though it was hard. Then, one day, something just clicked and everything came together and made sense. After that, I had a boost in confidence, and I didn't dread math anymore. Something that I wish I had done was try and make other friends that were outside of my best friend group. I always hung out with the same people, which isn't bad, but I wish I had taken the opportunity to play with new people when I had the chance. I wish I did this because it would have allowed me to meet new people from different backgrounds. I could have learned things about people I never knew before. Maybe someone would have even been another close friend. I think I will try more of this in the future. PS 142 is a great place to be. I will miss it when I graduate, but I know I will be excited to experience new places too. Sincerely, Justin. All right, fourth graders. Do you notice how I just reflected a little bit on my time here at PS 142? You might want to think of a fun memory that you had that you want to share. Or maybe there was something that you're proud of that you want to remind yourself of in the future. Is there something that you wish you had done? Maybe over the next year before you get the letter to yourself, you might work on it. And maybe by the time you receive this letter, you will have already have done this. Take a moment and think of these questions. What might you include in a letter to your future self? All right, writers, I'm excited to see what you do for your last letter. For the last time, off you go.